What is up, everybody? This is Brian. I'm back for another shoe review today. Today I'll be reviewing the ASICS Trabuco Max 2. Little disclosure, I did buy the Trabuco Max with my own money. I'm not being compensated whatsoever from anybody for anything I am saying here. This is totally my own review. Really like this shoe. Overall, just a solid trail shoe that I will absolutely be working into my rotation moving forward.
What is up, everybody? This is Brian again. I'm out on the trail for a 15 to 16 mile run. Just came up a big hill, so I'm huffing and puffing a little bit. I am running the ASICS Trabuco Max 2, and this is my second run in them, so we'll see how it goes.
So this morning I took out the Trabuco Max 2 and ran just shy of 60 miles on local trails. Trails are a mix of some rooty areas, some pretty flat, matted down dirt paths. There is one road part that connects the two parks, and I have to say this thing really excelled the whole way through. Obviously not a road shoe, but felt fine on the road on that part that connected the two parks. Not a problem with it at all. Actually, that section of road, I really felt all this cushion underfoot. Definitely nice and soft ride. The one thing I have to say about the shoe is when you put it on, just overall comfort right away out of the box is amazing. The heel has a lot of cushion there. The tongue is nice and cushioned. It is not a gusseted tongue. That tongue is I lied. There are some gussets towards the front. There is a nice little lace hold down right in the front, similar to the Brooks Caldera that I used today. Zero issues with my laces coming undone. The whole way through, didn't need any adjustments. This thing felt comfortable. So we'll absolutely be working into my rotation moving forward. Might even consider this as part of my ultra shoe. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to wear for my longer ultra over the summer. Just trying a bunch of different trail shoes, see what really feels comfortable, and I'm going to decide. But this might be a part of it. On the trail today, this thing really excelled on really all of it. Uphills, downhills, flat sections, you name it. This thing was a nice ride throughout. Got two areas, I hit two spots where I jammed my toes to the front of this thing, but I think that was more operator error than anything else. Just got a little out of control later on in my run, like mile 13, and then again at like mile 15 and a half. So other than that, I was coming down some decent hills with really no movement in my feet at all. I did use some KT tape on my big toes this morning just because I had blisters from a couple weeks ago, trying to prevent them from coming back, but I don't think I really needed them at all with this shoe this morning. This thing just felt really comfortable overall. I've been doing some training in the Gel Nimbus 25 on the road, and this thing is soft underfoot. It's got a pretty soft durometer in terms of this outsole, or the midsole, I'm sorry. Outsole, definitely nice lugs on here. No issues with grip throughout my entire run. Uphill, downhill, it was, there were some slippery logs. No issues whatsoever. Really enjoyed this thing. Ground feel in the trails, you don't get too much ground feel, and I could see that being really nice over a 50K, 50 miler or longer. With this, it has the gator trap in the back, and then another the spot to link it up at the front of the laces too, if you want to throw a gator on that shoe. long haul shoe. A lot of people have been talking about this as like a fat tire bike. I can see that kind of similarity. This thing rolls, runs over everything without any sort of issues whatsoever. As I said, I'm going to possibly be integrating this into my Ultra rotation. I am waiting on the Speedland GS TAM to come out next month. Hopefully mine will be here soon. I ordered it right when it came out in November, so I'm hoping I'll be in that earlier batch. I have an Ultra coming up in April, and I'm hoping to wear that. If I don't get that shoe in time, this is absolutely a possibility for that 50K race that I'm planning. It is a trail race with about 7,000 feet of vert, so it's pretty burly, and this I think would fit the bill for that. So absolutely a possibility. Couple of the shoes that I've run in comparatively, the Caldera 6 for sure, the Hoka Speedgoat 5. I was not a fan of the Speedgoat 5 whatsoever. I did wear that for part of my 50 miler that I ran in October, but I don't think I'll go back to that. Caldera, it was okay for me, not super crazy about it. I think out of the three, this is by far my favorite so far. And we'll see how that GS TAM comes in. I have really high expectations for that, running in the HSV and the PDX previously, so I'm really looking forward to that shoe. But in the meantime, I think this is going to be my kind of longer distance trail shoe of choice. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would say a solid 8, 8.5 for this shoe. Not too much I would change about this thing. I mean, it is what if you're using what it's intended for, kind of those longer runs, you know it's not going to be a super light shoe, but it's going to have a ton of cushion underfoot. You're not going to have a lot of ground feel. So if you're thinking about getting a Max Cush trail shoe, I would absolutely check this out, try it on if you can find it in your local store. I ordered these from Roadrunner Sports, and I think I'll be hanging on to these. Overall conclusions of the ASICS Trabuco Max 2. Definitely a big fan of the shoe. Will be working it into my long runs. Will absolutely be wearing it again on the trail over the next coming weeks. I have a good amount of building to do over the next 2-3 weeks before I start to taper off for that Ultra in April. So this is absolutely going to be a part of that rotation, and we'll be doing a fair amount of running in this shoe. If anything changes with my perception of it, I'll absolutely let you know. But for now, solid shoe, solid choice. Good trail shoe, long distance hauler. Absolutely would recommend it. Thanks for checking us out. Take care.